Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you guys are having a blessed day. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust the camera. So this video today, man, will be about myths, about 6 myths that are, and that's MYTH, that have been surrounding retirement. About 6 of them, and it's just something I've been taking notes on and kind of working on for a minute now, because I just couldn't believe that the old John, pre-faith, I mean pre-Christ, um, the life I have today, like I couldn't believe I I lived so long with a poverty mindset that I believed all of the broke people that I seen and talked to and were around. And what I mean by broke people, I mean people who spend all their money to look fake rich, and you can tell because they have all the name brand things on, but can't buy anything to eat. Have all the name brand, and me, I mean, not like just like me. I get my name brand stuff sometimes from Goodwill, sometimes when I catch it on sale, and I feel like I want something, but rarely I get my wife do the buying. She do the shopping. I ain't finna lie to you. I don't shop. I get what I need and I get home. But anyway, but it's not just how they dress. You know, it's when I was growing up, and this is from my life experience. So I was growing up. You know, it was always somebody had a scheme to get rich quick, and they never seemed to do the scheme to get rich quick. They could tell you about it, but they never did it. I mean, you can tell we all lived in the hood. We all lived in the projects, government housing. Everybody waiting on food stamps. Like that's everybody around me. We had food stamps, and that's what I mean. Like listening to people like that taking my financial advice, and it threw me off. So growing up, I noticed the schools, the inner city schools that I went to. I went to Levi Elementary. If you guys are familiar with Memphis, Levi Elementary, Brookmead Elementary, when we moved, and then Tresvant High School. Um, but they had no financial courses there. Shelby County Schools here in Memphis, they own, well, they not own, but they run about 230 something schools, and only one, Whitehaven High School, has a financial literacy course. But I went there to check it out, and it was solely all it was doing was showing them how to um, how to shop in the market. And I was like, that's not budgeting. That's showing them how to buy stuff. But anyway, I went to check it out myself because I couldn't believe that there are literally no schools here in Memphis, Tennessee, public schools that help children learn about finances, how the world really works, learn how to budget, learn how to not spend their money to look fake rich. And that's what we've set out here with our vending machine company and our ACER program to do. It's just simply teach people about money. We teach a lot of kids, but we have some adults who like me, who end up stepping into the light and seeing the truth for what it is. Oh, I had some chips on my shirt. Pizzeria puff, baked puffs, something. They from Sam's Club. They're freaking delicious. But anyway, so let's jump into these 6 myths that I want to kind of break down. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I've said all of these when I was younger, and I didn't know better. So let's start with myth number 6. First, I want to say, if you're watching this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you can go back and watch some of our previous videos of the things we discuss and talk about, and it's all centered around building generational wealth from biblical principles, meaning teaching our children about finances and teaching them how to manage money so that when they grow up, they won't be, 20, 25 years old begging mom and dad for gas money. So let's jump into these myths real quick. So we have myth number 6. I can do it. I can do it on my own. When it comes to investing, it can be tempting to fly solo and guess your way through things. It can be, but you don't want to do that. Nobody wants to do that. So there's a reason why there's a pilot and a co-pilot in the cockpit. Um, so if one is going off course or making an error, the other one can help course correct. So that means when you're investing and you're taking financial information, don't just go to don't just go to TikTok and just watch somebody tell you about a program that might help you. Actually do your research. So on our YouTube channel, we we love and live by Dave Ramsey's baby step principles. Baby step millionaires, 7 baby steps, whatever you want to call them. Dave Ramsey changed our lives, and all we had to do was do what. And the crazy, we did what he said do to see if it would work. But we knew it was going to work because my in-laws have followed his program from the beginning, and they're doing great. So my goal was, let me see, since I didn't know anything about money other than how to earn it and how to spend it, let me see if I could follow Dave Ramsey and see if it'll work. So you don't want to do this stuff on your own. When you're working, find you a financial EOP or somebody to help you budget your money or invest your money. When you're trying to invest, and you should at least invest 15% of your annual income into your into retirement, because it's never too late. So myth number 6 is, I can do it on my own. Don't try it. Don't try to just, oh, I got it, and then with 30 years down the line you'd have messed up because you could have talked to a professional and they could have guided you down the right path. But check out Dave Ramsey's ELPs on investing, and they can help you out. Um, Number 5. Now, I've heard this one from a lot of co-workers. It's a it's a young it's an older woman. She about in her she's 60, and she was saying that she only had $300 left out of her after she paid all the bills each month. She only had $300 left, and she was saying, the price of things have gone up. It's hard to budget. It's hard to do this. And then when I asked her, have you set a budget? She said no, because it's hard.
Hey guys, I apologize for interrupting the video you're watching, but I wanted to bring 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 7 to you. God loves a cheerful giver. We're here asking that you guys donate into our ASIR program, which is ASIR, meaning a step into reality, and help us continue to go into these low income areas, teaching young men and women how to budget so that when they become old, they won't depart from those ways. Budgeting is a lifelong skill. It's one of those skills that inner city public schools do not teach you. We all know as adults you get that in private school, but public schools, they don't focus on the financial aspect of children need to learn to survive when they leave high school. So, with that being said, we ask that you guys go to our website right up here, and at the very top of the page, you'll see a donate button. Donate whatever your heart leads you to donate, whatever God puts on your heart to give. But we just ask that before you press that donate key, you just do a quick prayer. If you're a Christian, quick prayer asking God to help our ministry move throughout those communities that need the bigger impact of this financial literacy coaching that we have. Our coaching comes from Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University. It comes from the personal finances from the middle school, the elementary, middle school, and high school curriculum. And we teach it from a fully interactive standpoint so that more young men and women can grasp the concept of what we're doing through playing a game and interacting with it, so it'll stick better. So guys, thank you. If God put on your heart to support us, please support us financially if you can. If you can't support us financially, please continue to watch these videos. It helps the algorithm pick us up, and it gets us out to more men and women, so more of the young children that are on social media can see that we're coming to the area as quickly as possible, trying to push financial literacy and help them build that financial aptitude so they won't spend their lives spending all their money to look fake rich and end up real broke. So thank you guys so much for supporting us, and back to the show.
I said, so you hadn't set a budget because it's hard, and then I said, where's your money going? I don't know, but it's disappearing. Okay, that kind of rung my bell. It's an older black woman too, and I couldn't understand for the life of me how is it that how is it that most people, including myself, like I used to push that stuff off, and jeez, I was lost. I was extremely lost. So anyway, myth number 5: it's too late for me to save for retirement. Just know, guys, it's never too late for you to save for retirement. If you feel scared about your retirement in the future, the truth is, no matter how much, no matter how close you are to retirement, you still have time to grow your retirement savings. So let's just say, for example, let's just say you turn 40 this year, and you bring home $4,000 a month. By investing 15% of your income until you retire, you could end up with a nest egg of at least $1.2 million. And like, that's great. It's not zero, but let's just say you're 50 and you bring home that same amount. You contribute 25% of your income toward retirement. Retirement age maybe 67 years old, or like the government, I think they're trying to push to 70. To 70, you should have, if the market stays like it is, on average, should have about $592,000, and that's still good. Me myself, I'm 39 years old, so putting up things for my children, building generational wealth by not spending all of my money looking fake rich, and doing the budget and sticking to it is helping me a lot toward me and my wife's retirement, because we want to travel. When our children grow up and they're out of the house, we want to start traveling. So that'll be our plan, is to dump as much money as into our 401ks and IRAs and HSAs as possible. So when we need help things when we're older, we got that money sitting there. But just remember, guys, it's never too late. It's never too late to start saving for retirement. Myth number 4 is Medicaid will cover my medical expenses. There's a lot of confusion around Medicaid, the government provided health insurance program for folks 65 and older, and what it can and can't do. So let's just clear the air on that. So Medicaid can give you an affordable health insurance coverage for doctor visits, medication, and hospitalization once you blow the candle out on your 65th birthday. That's good news. However, Medicaid does not, and will not cover the cost of deductibles, copays, and any long-term care, like care you receive in a nursing home is long-term care, or assisted living facilities that last more than 100 days. Those costs are on you. You have to pay for it yourself. I'm going through that right now with my mother. Um, it's freaking expensive for assisted living or a long-term care facility. And if you have any assets and you try to get the government to pay for it, they will take all of your assets before they'll take your assets, they'll assess them, and they'll assess how much they'll pay. So if you have $50,000 of assets, they'll take the whole. So if you have a house or anything of value, they'll take that and appraise that. Then they'll pay you what they think you should have to help you with the assisted living. But they'll take everything. So like if your wife has to go to assisted living or a nursing home and you don't, you would have to sell your house because you're married. You either had to divorce her at 60, 70 years old, or you have to sell your house so that the government can say, now you have no assets, now we'll help you pay for long-term care. And that's how they work. And the government will take it. So reaching out for the government, thinking they're gonna help you take care of your medical expenses. Nope. Look how well it's doing now. And I'm 39, so I doubt when I'm 65, 67, or 70, there's going to be any Medicaid to help me take care of my expenses. I'm not waiting around for that. Miss number three is I'll work through retirement. Now, for me, I don't have a retirement age. My goal is to work until I'm no longer useful, until the day I die. Now, that's not saying that I'm going to work every single day of the week, like like I'm 20. It just means I want to consistently be useful in this world, and by adding value to other people, helps me make money, helps me continue to put up money for retirement and my family or any major event that might come up. A lot of my idols, I guess you would say, people I look up to: Dave Ramsey, Rabbi Laban, um, Patricia Chaffetz. They're working. They're not sitting around waiting for the government to take care of them. They're taking care of themselves. And Dave Ramsey, and no, he's at least 60 something, but that I got the same mind. I don't want to just call it retirement because that's what sounds cool. I don't want to just sit around and do nothing. I want to work, build something how Christ has commanded me to, so that my children's children can benefit from what I'm sacrificing and doing now. So, myth number three is I'll work through retirement. Whether it's those crushing healthcare costs, higher than expected living expenses, or simply because they can't afford to retire. 70% of workers, they plan to work during retirement years, and yet 27% of retirees actually end up working. Do you want to bet your future on those odds? I wouldn't. If you do work in retirement, it should be because you want to, like me, not because you have to, just to get a paycheck or to buy food or pay some kind of bills. So between now and then, you should do all you can to set yourself up to be comfortable in retirement without needing a job to pay the bills. If you're struggling to take the steps, maybe it's time to figure out why you're struggling in that process. If you start by learning how to control the way you behave with money, you can also check out Rachel Cruz's new book. Well, it's not new, it's been out for a minute. Um, know Yourself, Know Your Money. Rachel Cruz is Dave Ramsey's daughter. I listen to her podcast a lot. I listen to the Ramsey Network podcast a lot, and I take notes because I'm not a financial guru, but I'm taking advice from people who are already doing it, and I know the process works. So that's what I'm following through with. Um, and you can learn how to handle money. I learned how to handle money through Dave Ramsey. Like, I didn't have a freaking idea about compound interest or put money to the side. I would get or delayed gratification. That was the new thing I learned several years ago. I didn't understand that was a thing. I thought you get paid, you buy what you want, and then you put the rest up until you want to buy something else. I had no idea. It was, and I'm still a rookie at this, and that's the crazy part. I'm doing well, and I'm still new at this, but I'm disciplined enough to stick to a budget. I'm disciplined enough to do the hard things, because Hebrews chapter 12 tells me that no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but it yields a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Meaning, to me, what I get from that is I can do hard things for a short period of time. And sacrificing 12 months of my life to get back the rest of my freaking life, well worth it. So, sorry, y'all know I get off track, man. So, myth 3 is I'll work through retirement. Work if you want to, not because you have to pay some bills. All right, myth number 2. If I invest up to my 401k match, I'll have enough to retire. I thought that too for a long time. But first of all, if your company offers you a match, take it. Excuse me. It's a fantastic way to start investing. That's how I started. Um, you can put, you can like, you can stop at the match, but it's like running a marathon and stopping a quarter of the way in. Like the first 7 miles, you just go, oh, well, that's enough. I'm good. So it's if you really want to build a solid nest egg, you need to invest 15% of your income into retirement, and that means you have to invest beyond the match because most companies, um, I think the highest match I've seen was like 9% here in Tennessee in Memphis. It was 9%, but some I don't think they get to. I don't think most companies go 401k. I think pensions do, but not 401ks. Um, but so not if you build. So it won't be too scary if you build a solid foundation for your finances first, like I did. I followed Dave Ramsey steps when it came to wealth building. I followed the Dave Ramsey baby steps. Investing for my retirement doesn't happen to baby step 4. Now let me tell you this: you will get knocked back, knocked down. You will stumble. You will trip. You will mess up in these baby steps. I know from experience because we messed up a lot. And you know, everyone's situation is different, and we did the best we could. And then I went to court for custody for this custody battle that I'm still in now. We've paid every bit of 20, well over 20 some $1,000s, well over that, for just custody. To go to court, just to go into court and fighting for custody to try to get my son to spend more time with my son. And I didn't know it was going to turn into him living with me, but that was God's will. God worked that out because I just wanted more time so I can teach him these financial principles that can save his life, so he can give him a chance to be a better man than me. That's all I need him to do, essentially, just be better than me. Where I messed up and where I failed, I want him to exceed and go past. He'll make his own mistakes, but I wanted to give him a good shot. So Dave Ramsey baby steps, like baby step 4 is investing, but you know you had to go back and get rid of your debt. So I'll finish reading what I got. So the first 3 steps before you start investing, you need to pay off all your debt except for your mortgage. This house, this building, this our house, it's our mortgage. We have a mortgage. And then you need to save up your emergency fund 3 to 6 months of expenses. So what that means is step 1, pay off all your debt. Check. We did that. And then we had a recurring debt that was kind of a custody battle. So that was it's still continuously coming, but we just pay it when we get our bill. But building up the after we paid off our debt, paid off our cars, paid off all our stuff, credit cards, surgeries, and medical stuff for my wife, and student loan debt, and oh crap, all of my credit. I had three maxed out credit cards. Paid all them bad boys off. We do not deal with anything credit. We use our debit card and we get the same life experiences, debit card or cash. We get the same life experiences we would with credit. Um, but once we paid those all of our debt off, we built up an emergency fund in which we also was able to pull from when emergencies happen, like our pipes burst last year, and then just different things, cars breaking down, different things we had. We were able to just pull from our emergency fund, and we were good to go. And it didn't really like hurt us or set us back from taking away from our monthly bills. And and that freed up a lot of money for like wealth building tools, which the greatest wealth building tool that you have is your income. So it allowed us to kind of put money away and put money toward retirement and put money toward other things that we could get our life back on track, essentially. So don't think that if you put only up to the match your 401k, you have enough to make it. Because so the traditional 401k, if you contribute your to your employees match, that's about and maybe about 4, maybe 2. Ah, sorry. Yeah, hold on, guys. All right, guys. Sorry about that. My dog ran across the street, messing with the neighbor. So anyway, like I was saying, it's not too late to. Well, no, not too late, but make sure you invest in your 401k match, and that's go above and beyond a little bit because you won't be able to. That won't suffice. Arlo, EC, EC, Arlo. Sorry, this dog trying to run off. Let me show you. Arlo. Freaking jerk. The neighbor is cutting the grass and he ran. He ran over there sniffing and the dog being nosy. So let's get back to it. So myth number 1, the one that I hear a lot, the one that a lot of older black people that I talk to, kind of, especially down here in the South, I get this a lot. The number 1 myth that most people I talk to, older black people that I talk to, they say is, I'll live off Social Security income. And this is a very common one. But I believe relying on the government to take care of you in retirement is dumb with a capital D. Living off Social Security will only lead to social insecurity. It only leads you into poverty and leads you struggling more. The problem is there's a huge gap between the future retirees, what the future retirees think they're going to get versus what they actually get. And when you get right down to it, whew, it's ugly. So the numbers I have from 2019, is right now retirees receive an average monthly income of $1,657 from Social Security. That's about $19,900 per year. That's barely enough to keep the lights on and put food on the table each month, let alone actually enjoying a comfortable retirement. And yet, a recent poll found nearly 1 out of 5 Americans, which is about 17%, don't expect to have any source of retirement income beyond Social Security. And the news gets worse, guys, because those who aren't retiring for a while, c'est moi, like me. Hello, EC, come. Because the latest projections show that Social Security benefits will be slashed by more than about 20% in 2033 unless Congress takes action. But I don't want to wait on Congress and wait on anybody else to do anything for me. Me and my wife have the knowledge, the wisdom, and the know-how to build it. God gives us the strength to build that wealth now, to be good stewards of what He has blessed us with. So that's what we should be doing. All of us, all of you guys, you should not be sitting around waiting on the government to give you something or help you live when you hit 30, 40 years old. That's a big risk to wait on the government. So do you really want the quality of your life to be dependent on how the Senate votes? If you want to travel the world, me and my wife, us, start a business or pursue your dreams in retirement, this should be a wake-up call, because Social Security it won't help. Social Security just won't cut it. Excuse me. It's time to take matters into your own hands and take steps to secure your retirement future. So, guys, with these 6 myths, please don't believe the stupidity on TikTok and YouTube Shorts about people giving you advice about how to invest in ETFs and how to invest in day trading. It's fun as a hobby, but when you're broke, it's not fun. When you're poor, it's not fun. When you live in paycheck to paycheck, it's not fun. You need to invest in some stability, which are what Dave Ramsey recommends and what we would. good growth stock mutual funds. Put your money in a 401k at your job if you're working 9 to 5. But the goal is to put money up, not spend it looking fake rich. You see me on my videos, guys. This little cheap hat, this little Randstad shirt for a company I worked for. Um, it's just an old shirt, and I got shorts and shoes on. Like that's it. Like I don't need to try to be impressive. Um, I would prefer to be impactful for my future. So, meaning when I'm old and I want to sit like this on my porch and do nothing for a week or go on vacation, or more than likely, me and my wife gonna get an RV and gonna travel, we'll be able to do so without having to worry about bills weighing us down or keeping us working because so we can pay our bills. So, get out of your comfort zone, guys, because that comfort zone is a kill zone. A lot of people get comfortable, and it's so if you want to be that person that's comfortable, like I know a lot of old heads. The young lady I work with, like she's 60. She's like, I'm gonna retire from here when I'm 65, and I'm gonna retire. I ain't gonna do nothing, just sit at the house. I ain't to each his own. But when it come down to having to live and pay bills and keep the things that you want, you can't because your money gonna run out, and you have no 401k, no investments, no money growing and earning interest anywhere. So now you're just old and broke, and now you have to go on Medicaid and Medicare and have to sell everything you have. And who wants to work all their life and have nothing to show for it at 60 years old? Not me. So guys, sorry for preaching so much, but it's imperative that us as young people, I'm still young, I'm only 39, we build a future for our children. We build generational wealth. And if you're not the one to want to build something, then hey, you skip the video, cut it off, don't worry about watching it. But this video is for people who want to actually take control of the financial situation. So guys, those were the 6 myths. Please like, share, and subscribe if you can. Thank you for your support. You guys have a blessed day. Be safe. Earn as much as you can and save as much as you can. Au revoir. A bientôt. À la prochaine.